Hi, I'm John Griesbach with Diamond H2O. Today I'm going to go through the startup process on a twin Patriot water softener. So to get started, what you're going to find is we've already plugged in our softeners. They're already plumbed in. They're ready to go. You've got the water on. The air is purged out of the system. And now we're going to cycle through the controller. What I mean by that is we're going to run it through the individual cycles of regeneration. This process takes a little bit of time, but when you know what you're doing, it's pretty painless. Motors move pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and get started. What you've got on the displays is on your B unit or A unit, it doesn't matter which unit is showing the display. However, you should show one unit in service and one unit in standby. The unit in service is either going to show your time of day, your gallons remaining, your totalizer of total gallons used, or your flow rate. Your standby unit is going to show STBY. Some of the letters don't look 100% like a T, looks a little bit like an R. However, STBY represents standby. Now to go through this cycle, or this process of cycling the systems through, you can choose either a unit, either the unit in service or the unit in standby. You can go to whatever one you want to start with. In the case of startup, typically I like to go to our standby unit first. Therefore, the alternating piston does not need to shift. To do this, what you do is go ahead and press and hold the Regen button. And what you're going to hear is the motor start. Your motor is going to shift your valve and it's going to go into backwash. All right. When it gets to backwash, it says backwash on the bottom and it shows a time and it starts counting down. Okay. What it's doing is it's counting down in your first cycle, the backwash cycle. What happens during backwash? Well, water comes up out of your drain. It's lifting your resin bed and it's flushing out the system. Okay. This is a great way to purge the air out. Again, if you're going to purge the air out, do it slowly, introducing water slowly to lift that resin. You don't want to flush it down the drain on your initial startup. However, if you're just cycling it through, it could be initial startup or it could be any time after that. As soon as it's in the cycle, if you just want to run through the cycles and make sure that they're all doing what they're supposed to do that, just press and hold or press and release the Regen button again. That'll take us directly to the next cycle. The next cycle is brine draw. This is where you can check to make sure it's getting a suction on your brine line from your brine tank. All right, we want to step right through this cycle. Hit the button again. It goes to the next cycle, which is your second backwash. And again, you can repeat this process over and over again. You can press the button again as soon as you see that number start counting down and you hear the motor stop. We'll hit the Regen button again. It's going to take us to our fast rinse. Again, in the fast rinse cycle, one thing that is nice is the fact that you can test the water in fast rinse. Your fast rinse should be soft after regeneration. Or if you're getting hard water downstream, but your softeners seem to be working, you can throw one into fast rinse to verify that it is soft. If it is soft at your system, the water should be soft downstream. If your water is soft at the system, but it is hard downstream, that indicates that there's a bypass going on. However, the bypass is not in the water softener. It's going to be external. All right, fast rinse. Now we're going to go to the last cycle of regeneration, which is your brine refill. And again, it says fill on here. Water's going to come out of your brine line, go into your brine tank. Step through, again, hit the button. The system finishes regeneration. And on the display, what you're going to see is it goes back to standby. Now, if you want to regenerate your A unit, again, I recommend doing this, especially on startup. to make sure everything is moving, everything's plugged in correctly. What you go here is press and hold the regen on this unit. What you're going to hear first, or what you're going to see first, is on the display, it's going to say PNG for pending. What you're hearing now is this unit, because it was programmed for a pre-flush, is it's counting down the gallons. If it's off, if you ever program these and turn your pre-flush off, it's not going to go through this cycle. If it does go through pre-rinse and you want to get this one to go through immediately, just hit the regeneration button on the unit that's pre-flushing. It'll immediately step out, go into service. What you're going to hear is your MAV shift. What it's now doing is it's bringing your B unit online, bringing your A unit offline. Once this piston completes its shift, your A unit now starts to shift, bringing your system into backwash. Once your system's into backwash, again, you can repeat the process that we saw in valve B, fast stepping it through as quickly as you want or as slowly as you want by pressing the regen button again. And again, it's just a press and release to cycle you through each step of regeneration. And I'm going to just burn through this as quickly as possible so that way you can see how quick this process can actually be in checking that all functionality of each valve is correct. It may take some time to familiarize yourself with what should be going on during every cycle, but it's good practice to get familiar with that. That way, as you go forward, if you ever experience hard water or an overflowing brine tank, or you hear water consistently running to the drain when it shouldn't, you know what to look for or how to cycle it through at that point. And as always, if there are any questions or we can be of any assistance to you, you can always reach out to us at diamondh2o.com, or you can contact us at 800-236-8931. Now we're back to standby on the A unit. The B unit is now in service, and you can continue that process of cycling the systems through if you'd like. One other trick, if you ever run the system out of salt or run into any issues, or it's the initial startup and you want to cycle both units through just to make sure they're all doing what they're supposed to be doing for a full cycle, all you have to do is start one into regeneration. We'll start the A unit. We'll press and hold the regen again. It's going to shift. It's going to go into backwash. If you want to do a back-to-back regeneration, so do the A unit and the B unit and not have to wait around to push the button for an hour and a half, once the A unit or the B unit, whatever one you start first, is in regeneration, press and hold the regen button on the opposite unit. What's going to show up after holding it for about 5 seconds is PNG. Again, pending. What that means is your A unit is now in regeneration, making a bunch of noise to the drain. Your B unit is now waiting in pending, a pending regeneration for after the A unit is done. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.